You don't need to be a professional equally at all the different tools and technologies that you've seen. You need to be able to have or lead a professional conversation in all of these tools and technologies. Hi and welcome back to our channel. My name is Jörg, which is German for George, here at Find a Job in Germany in Berlin. And with me today is my colleague and partner, Tammo.
Hi.
People, is my profile good enough for the German job market is a frequently asked question. And here is our today's 3-step self-check.
Exactly. So let's just jump straight in. The first thing what you should do, Jörg, if you are looking for a job in Germany, you don't know what to start. Is your tech stack relevant? Do those companies in Germany work with my technologies and so on? So what would be the first step?
Exactly. You don't have to guess. You can really evaluate things. And it's very much out for you to take the information and evaluate it. You research the market by checking the most frequent job boards, and the one that we generally like to use, that we do assessments through, is Indeed. And LinkedIn, yeah. Indeed gives you a good first outlook of what's out there. What are the job titles? What are the roles? What are the designations?
Exactly. And then you just don't, maybe you go one step deeper. You don't just look for, I don't know, DevOps engineer. You look for DevOps engineer with your specific sweet spot. So if you're really good in AWS, you check how many jobs are there with DevOps, with companies who are also using AWS and so forth. And you should do that for all kinds of professions. So for data engineers as well, for software developers, try to be as specific as possible.
And my recommendation is always for you to at least check 15 to 20 different job descriptions here. And then you're putting them all next to each other. And then you start essentially televoting, counting what's out there, how often is it frequently mentioned, how is it framed, what keeps occurring, what is maybe more of an abnormality or anomaly. So
exactly. And then we move to the second step, which is a bit of reflection from your side. Do I match those job descriptions? You check them and then you see, do I have those specific skills? Is something missing? Like, for example, if you're a Java engineer and you're missing Kubernetes, for example, at the moment, then you should definitely brush this up before you start the job hunt for Germany. Ideally, you have a 70 to 90% match of most of the job description if you're applying from outside of Germany. If you're in Germany already with an opportunity card, this can already also be a bit less, but still you need to make sure that you are fitting the main requirements of the job description, and not only the basics, also ideally the nice to have ones.
And also try to see the larger picture in tech stacks. Tech stacks heavily rely on what companies are using, and that is often very much closely connected to product families. Coming back to the example of DevOps, you should not just be focusing on Jenkins, but if you see that there is job openings out there that are using, requiring GitHub Actions, you equally want to become a pipeline agnostic. So take all that information against the background of what kinds of tools in different areas are out there for your professional area.
Exactly, which brings us to the third step, which is the roadmap you should be doing. What's the plan? So coming back to diagnostic, if you find out maybe that the experience level which you have is not matching what most of the job descriptions say right now. So let's assume you're having 4 years of experience. Most of the companies want to have 5 years of experience. That does not mean that you should not start right now. You should start with upbrushing and also start polishing your CV, but maybe try this out for a few months. If you see there is no response, I mean, that can have various reasons, but one of them could be that you're just not there yet. You need a few more months or years of experience to have a chance at the current market.
Exactly, and you don't need to be a professional equally at all the different tools and technologies that you've seen. You need to be able to have or lead a professional conversation in all of these tools and technologies. But in the end, you can totally set yourself your own strategy, 30, 60, 90-day sprints where you brush up on a certain level to a certain extent with each of these tools. Private projects that you can also put in your GitHub are totally worth it and never a waste of time. That's what we generally say. And then as time goes by, it will all become clearer to you, because then you have a very, very good overview of what it really comes down to for you.
Exactly. And if you see that you're fulfilling all the requirements, I mean, you should start with our 3-step project Fajix. First, you need to position yourself right. Brush up your CV. Your CV needs to be perfect, tailor-made for the German job market. Then you need to understand how to apply right to those kind of positions. And then last but not least, you need to understand how to master the interview process. If you want help with that, book a get to know call with us, watch our video training, which you find below this video, book a get to know call. We're gonna assess your profile, and then we're gonna help you on this journey to find a job in Germany. Yeah, that's it, right?
That's right. All the best and best of success. Take care. Bye bye.
Auf Wiedersehen, ciao.